All right, hello everyone, and welcome to game two in this series. You know what? I don't know how to contain the excitement that I have for this series. Game one was simply spectacular, constant action, constant play back and forth, and game two only looks to get better and better. All right, Infi spawning as the teal human player on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Remine spawning as the red night elf on the bottom left-hand side of the map. I was just so excited that last matchup, that last game. I was constantly just screaming, it felt like, going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I just had to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the games as well. So yes, WarCraft Wednesday once again for you guys. We see an Ancient of War now being placed down here. Remine most likely just going to be opening up with some Ancient of War creeping. Meanwhile, taking a look at Infi. Infi may just be opening up with your standard Archmage. Now, game one in this series went to Infi as Remine was unable to establish up his own expansion, and Infi really took that economic lead. I really think the tipping point in game one was that bad scroll a town portal that Remine did. If you guys didn't watch game one, I'm sorry. I know I did spoil a little bit of it, but it really was a great game to watch. You definitely should check it out. And if you guys want to support me, don't forget to like the videos. It does help me out there. If people are trying to search for WarCraft recasts, they can easily find them. Now, so far, Ancient of War creeping down over here. Archer's just going to simply hide behind that one Ancient of War. And one of the nice things about creeping with an Ancient of War is that these Null Assassins, who normally attack multiple units in order to constantly poison them, won't switch targets from this Ancient of War. The reason being is that the Ancient of War is actually immune to poison, and since this target never gets poisoned, it never triggers the effect that basically says I should probably switch targets. Null Assassins are going to fall here. Meanwhile, we are going into a little bit of creeping down over here. You saw that those Null Assassins, what they do when they switch targets constantly, poisoning so many of these units, spreading that poison love across multiple footmen and militia. Now, Infi being very smart with a scout farm here, making it so that this base is pretty much always kept track of, and also a very nice and easy target to mass teleport into. What is this? Another scout farm being established by Infi. And the reason why this normally works is that archers don't do very well trying to take down farms. On top of that, demon hunters don't do very well, or heroes in general don't do well trying to take down farms. So if a hero tries to take down this farm, that is going to buy a lot of time for that Archmage. Archmage now looking to come in here. It looks as though Infi's strategy is going to be the same thing as the last game. Use militia and creep out the gold mines, and then attempt to set up a fast expansion. This one water elemental needs to take or deal a lot of damage. A ring of regeneration has been taken down. There's a mana burn off on that Archmage. Archmage really going to benefit from that ring of regeneration, though, as the water elemental very careful to stay in the back to not feed any experience. And now Infi pretty much going to set up this one particular expansion completely uncontested, just now waiting on the resources. It's going to be about another 8-9 seconds before that is going to be set up here. And meanwhile, we can see that the Demon Hunter is looking to come in. The Demon Hunter could have, nope, does not have Immolation Aura. Instead, has Evasion. Evasion, generally a good item, but Immolation Aura, we saw how effective it was in the last game. We can see that now the Footman tried to stick around over here at the Fountain of Health. Demon Hunter just a little bit too fast there, as the Demon Hunter could try to come back in just a moment. We can see that there is already one tower up here. A second tower could be utilized, and if a second tower is utilized here, this is going to be a very difficult position to try and take. Demon Hunter looking to perhaps get off another mana burn. Archmage has to be careful. Oh, there is another mana burn. All of that hard work only to blow up in your face. Going to be very difficult, as that Archmage may get mana burned again and pretty much going to constantly deny water elementals. this really is hurting Infi, as Infi and most human players rely on that water elemental to make the army stronger. An archmage by himself without water elementals is a rather cost ineffective unit, as it takes so much. Oh, right now a footman. Oh, what is this footman doing? Nope. Trying to sneak its way through over here, only to get taken down once more. There is one archer here, and what is going to be happening as now the huntresses looking to push in. What is going on? Yes, we are now going to finish building up this scout tower. It looks like that one peasant was taken down, and now the huntresses coming in to deal a bit of damage. Archmage does not have enough for a water elemental. Finally having one now. Remind could have gotten another mana burn. No real reason to mana burn any longer, as the huntresses are going to slowly but surely start their shadow meld in order to become essentially invulnerable and untargetable. One water elemental down over here. You're going to see that the demon hunter is now trying to get away. One water elemental and still a lot of militia. The huntresses just playing a waiting game with these militia here. As soon as the militia timer is off, the huntresses can break shadow meld and look to deal more damage. Panda now looking to continue this pressure. Panda now getting in position. Demon hunter already there, and now we are going to have an engagement in just a little bit of time here. Militia. Oh, the huntress is now finally turning around. The huntress is acting as a little bit of a wall. One huntress may get taken down. Oh, it does not get taken down. A third water elemental, or a second water elemental now placed down, as it does get just the right amount of mana. Demon hunter forced to retreat. Huntress is getting in some taking a lot of easy shots from those water elementals, as we now see another scout tower being established here. This one guard tower, it is going to complete, but the huntress is going to be able to escape. Beautifully handled by Remind, saving that very low hit point huntress to live and fight another day. And we'll see if that one huntress really makes that big of a difference. Lore, Ancients of Lore now being established, most likely for Dryad and Bears. Pretty standard play, I must admit. Footmen now look to come in here as the Archmage now gonna perhaps be dropping some water elementals when mana allows. And here we go once more. We may get another mana burn. Oh, the mana burn 6 or 5 seconds faster, as now we are now going into a Breath of Fire. Panda and Footman trying to battle it out with an Archmage and the Demon Hunter chasing each other. Footman getting in pretty much free shots here on all of these units, as the units are now backing away.
Forces are under attack.
Ring of Regeneration now pulling away. You can see one footman will get taken down. Another footman could get taken down as well. Two footmen now with slow poison on them. Huntresses may be able to finish it off. It looks like the footmen are trying to run over to the one particular Fountain of Health here. I believe that the Fountain of Health is going to be a little bit out of range, as another footman will fall, and I believe Remind doesn't want to chase any further. We can see that there is one Arcane Vault here, one Blacksmith. Infi most likely will be going into Mortar teams once more, something that's generally effective against Night Elves, as the Mortar teams do deal a lot of damage and also have a very significant range. Ogre Magi going to be crept out in the center portion of the map. Same thing over here as well. Footmen now in constant defend mode to try and deflect some of the thrown axes of the troll trappers. It looks like the Ogre Warriors will all fall. Ogre Magi's will fall as well. And once these are all down, the Archmage will still be sitting at level 3. Meanwhile, the Panda already at level 2. And where is that Demon Hunter? The Demon Hunter down over here at level 2. So it's a 3. It's a 3 versus a 2-2. Slight advantage by Infi, but as soon as Remind gets either his Demon Hunter or his Panda up to level 3, that is going to be a significant advantage there. There's a Breath of Fire. A lot of footmen taking a lot of damage. Oh, the one footman does go taken down. Another footman gets taken down. And wow, 2 footmen down. The Panda now getting ever closer to level 3. We are now taking the tier 2. As I'm still looking for the rest of the army. All right, down over here, Archmage comes across the Panda. The Panda may get off another shot there. No, does not. So far, we have one Ancient of Wonders attempting to take down a farm. It will fall with little to no issue. Meanwhile, Infi does have another farm down over here, still keeping track of the armies. All right, Dryads and Bears now looking to come in. Too bad the Archmage is a little bit too far away to really try and do a creep jack there. Instead, he's going to simply run past this army and now make a main run inside the main base. Remind's base is pretty much out in the open now. The footmen are not engaging as the Water Elemental and the Archmage look to take down a lot of those wisps. Some wisps have already been destroyed. Now getting in some easy shots off onto that Tree of Eternity. Tree of Eternity did stop training for just a moment, as now we see the Ancient of Wonders will fall. This may turn into a full base race. No, Remind decides to back away. We are going to be having that Demon Hunter joining on that fight. Back up to 750 hit points. Remind up to 950, mainly because of the Belt of Giant Strength. And this battle is still going. Archmage now chasing after the Wisp. The Wisp, one Wisp may fall here. Yes, it does go down. A lot of harassment coming in. We are going to see Footman now attempting to run away. Archmage may be able to drop off another Water Elemental and then use a Staff of Teleportation in order to get out. 100 mana has been lost.
The town is under siege.
100 mana has been lost as Infi teleports pretty much all the way back here somewhere. It doesn't go all the way back home. And now we're going to see the Footman go after the Huntress. Fortunately for Infi, he doesn't realize that apparently Remind's attack is not piercing, so defend is not going to help. All right, trying to finish off the rest of these units here. Red Drake slowly regenerating those hit points, not even being bothered to be focused down yet. Meanwhile, Infi with a whole bunch of workers on those mineral lines. And now we're going to see perhaps some Mountain King Footman engagements. No, not quite yet, as the No Brute still left no Mountain King and Footman against a Drake just quite yet, as we are now seeing the Archmage trying to squeeze by. Archmage still running around here. Gonna now run off to the north. Demon Hunter still giving chase. Archmage trying to get away. Looks like it will be able to do exactly that with the help of the Boots of Speed. Demon Hunter does not have Boots of Speed of his own. Footman now turning around and oh, who got the kill? Who got the experience there? I believe the kill actually, the experience went to, I believe, the Mountain King and the Archmage, but I believe the Panda got the item. No rewind, you'll have to check for me. Mountain King, however, does get taken down at level 2. Demon Hunter and Panda sitting at level 3, level 4 respectively. And now we are going to see the Archmage look to perhaps finish off this Drake. It needs to be a little bit more careful. It needs to pull that Drake away from the fountain so it doesn't heal. And then all the Archmage needs to do is get within range of the fountain himself. Both players now regrouping. Demon Hunter now running back off to the north. It looks like this Drake will fall. Scourge Bone Chimes, a very nice item once again. It will benefit that Mountain King. As the Archmage now still continues to look around. Panda, alongside some bears and Demon Hunter, is now looking to creep. The Demon Hunter does pick up the Tome of Agility +2, getting in even more damage, +27 damage right now. And now going after the Archmage. The Archmage looking to get away, able to do exactly that. And where is this Archmage going to run off to? It is low on mana, relatively low on hit points, and cannot survive without the rest of his army right now. Huntresses and Dryads now creeping across the center. That is a lot of mortar teams coming in from Infi. Not very much upgraded though, so they are still 0-0. Not quite sure why he isn't going for those upgrades, as the upgrades would be beneficial. Now going level 1 armor upgrades and level 1 weapons upgrade. So the armor upgrades is going to be solely for... Who is the armor upgrades solely for? Alright, so a little bit of a break in the action now. Double Scrolls of Healing, Scroll of Protection has been purchased in order perhaps to try to counteract the mass Dispel magic. As I believe if you have Scroll of Protection, those Dryads will simply stand there trying to remove all of the Scrolls of Protection. And now we also have a whole bunch of bears in the field. So with this many bears that are ranked 2, the bears are dealing 29 to 44 plus 9 damage. Mass Spellbreakers, Sorceress, some Priests, and some Mortar teams now pushing in across from the north. And we are ready to go. Spellbreakers now trying to engage. Could easily take down this bear as it was morphing. If it had tried to do that, that would have been a much better position. Now we see that the Demon Hunter is also going to fall very easily. Oh, no. Potion of Invulnerability was used just in time. Scroll of Protection also used as well, as the Mortar teams are now just raining shards and shards of damage across all of these units here. So just, I guess, trying to attack ground or attack as many units as possible. Those Mortar teams still dealing a lot of damage. And really thinning out Remind's numbers. Remind now, I believe, down to somewhere around 30, the high 30 or low 40s in terms of food. Wait, what? Where is the rest of his supply then? So there's actually a lot more bears than I thought. He also has a second base up as well. A little bit of a mislapse here, as we are now going to see Remind with a massive army going up against Infi with a massive army. Both players are in the 70 supply or higher. Mortar teams now trying to rain down a lot more damage. There's a lot of slow to be had, as the Wisp could try to make their way through and get in some mass detonations. It looks like it will be exactly that. Only a couple Wisps did get mass detonated, saving the rest of the Wisp to either build a building or go back home.
A town is under siege.
Mass Bears now ready for some rejuvenation to get back into the swing of things. Mortar team's going to try to take down this Ancient of War. Ancient of War taking a lot of damage already, but now that it's uprooted, it is now no longer fortified. And takes reduced damage from those Mortar teams. Bears now trying to act as the tank, able to just pretty much eat through this entire wall of Spellbreakers. The anti-magic potion coming in from the Demon Hunter really helping out, as the Mountain King has not been able to bolt him and hasn't really been able to do much of anything else. Staff of Preservation saving off another unit. Mountain King still sitting at level 2. Archmage still sitting at level 4. And now we are going to see Ancient of War make its way in. The units are now trying to back off, trying to send in a new line of bears to tank all of that damage, as the Spellbreakers, with the similar movement speed compared to the bears, looking to dwindle these numbers lower and lower till there are essentially no more units left for Remind.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. We can see another attack down over here. It looks as though one of those one of those bears may fall here, and which bear will it be? Mountain King could have easily storm bolted and now tried to take down a bear or two. That would have been perfect. A storm bolt, a level 2 storm bolt, can take down, I believe it's 250 hit points, unless there is magic resist on their target. Or is it 225? 225 hit points. All right, here we go. Archmage, Mountain King, Spellbreakers, Mortar teams, a handful of Sorceress, not very much. Now looking to finish off this finish off this attack force. Bear is really going to benefit from the additional health regeneration at the Fountain of Health. Having that Fountain of Health behind you that they can sneak units off into, and with a quick rejuvenation on the battle line, actually able to trade pretty efficiently. Remind with a whole bunch of bears, 1-3 upgraded bears against 2-2. Those bears are taking little to no damage, if any. And now all these bears can really do is just heal back up at the Fountain of Health, and then hope that Infi tries and overcommits. The battle is still raging on. There's a Drunken Haze, there's a Breath of Fire, and now there is a round of Abolish Magic trying to save all of those units there. Demon Hunter still continuing to fight it up. Level 5 could be coming in momentarily. He needs about 2 more experience, so yes, it will be coming in. One peasant, one sorceress, anything that dies from Infi's army, as long as that Demon Hunter is nearby, will get to level 6, and that is when Superman comes out to play. And that is always very, very scary. Wait, what am I... Sorry, level 4, level 5. Okay, so somehow the Panda actually got ahead of the Demon Hunter. Okay, Archmage and mirrors that Mountain King.
A player's forces are under
Alright, I don't see him. Anyways, let's get back into the game. Well, there's the Mountain King. Mountain King now trying to engage here. We could get a Stormbolt. And all of the bears are currently slowed, so they are not going to be able to really chase after any of those Spellbreakers. And now we are seeing more mortar teams just constantly rain down just fragmentation shards to deal more and more splash damage to all of those bears. Bears are trying to get in position, trying to continue to chase away these units. Demon Hunter now backing away. Archmage with a whole bunch of bears and a whole bunch of militia now trying to engage. There's a Stormbolt, Staff of Preservation saving it. So a nice play by Infi once more. But Remind looks to make this a quick 2-0 lead. Yes, now looking to make this a quick 2-0 lead as the units are still all backing away. The problem is that Infi, even though he has more units out on the field, I don't believe he actually has the same amount of supply. If you take a look, actually no, there is no production tab or unit tab. Don't know why I was trying to hit U to get that. Miss the StarCraft 2 just overhead caster bars, as I like to call them, to make casting easier.
a player's forces are under
Now, Remind once again benefiting from the fountains. This is a lot of bears here. What, 9 bears against all of these dryads and sorcerers. The bears, however, do deal a lot of damage to these Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers are going to fall as the bears are just continuing to rip their way through this army. And I cannot imagine how exactly Infi can turn this into a turnaround unless, I believe, Remind makes a mistake of some sort. Alright, Spellbreakers continuing to battle it up. Motor team still lobbing up more and more attacks into the air, trying to focus down that Panda. The Panda is at level 6. Splash damage, 1 Dryad does go down. Spellbreakers are now coming in. We can see that there is an anti-magic shell on the Panda. And the Panda could easily get to level, get to Earthstorm and Fire if it had enough. As now as a lot of Wisp now trying to detonate to take down key units. Bears now trying to escape once more. Remind in a bit of trouble. What is happening here as the Panda and the Bears need to really regenerate and regroup to stay in this fight? 61 over 90 supply compared to 65 over 96. And it's going to really all just come down into one battle. Archmage level 5, Mountain King level 3 against a level 5 Demon Hunter and I believe a level 6 Panda. Yes, a level 6 Panda with Earth, Storm, and Fire. Going to make it very, very difficult to take down. Alright, we also see that Remind is already establishing up his third base. His main base has already been mined out at this point. Unable to do anything else really. Spellbreakers, Motor Team's now scooting their way over. Remind may end up losing. Oh, it looks like he's going to try to get out of there, and in a hurry. It looks like he knows that the army is coming in, trying to run away. Archmage does find it, and will this Tree of Eternity be able to survive? That is the key question. It does move fairly quickly with Nature's Blessing and also has a little bit more armor, but it really can't go down. If it does go down, any production buildings aside from an Ancient of War will need to be essentially rebuilt. Anti-magic potion, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, getting in a lot of damage there. Damage over time as well. Spellbreakers looking to try to engage as well, and unable to against the massive bear army of Remind. Remind with the Panda. Another Drunken Haze, or another Drunken Haze. There's Earthstorm and Fire, and this could be it. There is the GG coming in from Infi as Remind takes game 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys on Battle.net.